I am LaMarsha Lewis. Let's talk. Today is Wednesday, February the 24th, 2021. I want to do commentary about Sherri Shepherd. I did some commentary about Sherri Shepherd being on The View recently as of last Monday, February the 15th, 2021. And it had been allegedly stated that the reason she has not been back on The View, say to be a guest or to be a guest co-host, she had been banned from The View because of Meghan McCain. Meghan McCain went to the top executive and stated and told them that if Sherri Shepherd were to be on The View, she wouldn't be on The View. She wouldn't show up for work. And we obviously have seen that, obviously, John McCain's daughter carries weight. At least she has in previous instances for where she had two black women. She had a former co-host of The View, Sherri Shepherd, banned, allegedly. She's had a former guest co-host, very prominent, also conservative, where at least she was a conservative as of last year, the latter part of 2020. Tara Sethmyer did announce she's left the Republican Party, but Tara Sethmyer and Sherri Shepherd had been banned from The View, allegedly, but as we can see, it's true because Sherri hadn't been on from 2018 until just recently. Tara has yet to be on since these allegations that Meghan McCain had her banned. She tried to get Karen, a makeup artist, fired. Whoopi Goldberg stepped in. She tried to get Anna banned from being on the show, all because she didn't like things they said about her or perhaps the Republican Conservative Party. But this is going to be about Sherri Shepherd. Sherri was on an interview with a lady that was recently on the View as well, and her name is Bevy Smith, and I will play the clip because I think it just needs to be known how this white, rich, self-entitled and privileged white woman, John McCain's daughter, throws her weight around, and how she does her dirty work behind the scenes, how she's throwing rocks and hiding her hands, and this has been done to black women. It has not been, to my knowledge, if she's done where she's asked for white people not to be on the show, it has not been publicly known, but it has been, and we can see the evidence speaks for itself that she obviously did these things, and as we're going to hear in this clip, she did this thing to Sherri Shepherd. And Tara Sethmyer has not been on The View since the allegation that Meghan McCain had her banned. This is not right. This is not right, where a white privileged woman who shouldn't even have the job that she has, but she hasn't. But let's get into this. Sherri Shepherd shared some information about not being able to be on The View, a show she co-hosted for 7 years. Sherri joined The View as a full-time permanent co-host in 2007, and she left in 2014. She had started being like a frequent guest co-host back in 2006. Then again in 2007, she actually got the job or to be a full-time permanent guest. A full-time co-host on The View. She got a big break. And she left in 2014. She had guest co-host since that time of leaving in 2014. And because she had went on Andy Cohen Live, asked a question from Andy about Meghan McCain didn't like it, went and used her white privilege to people like lady that's no longer there, Barbara Ferrito, also Hillary SB Laughlin's no longer there. The top producers, top executives and producers, Brian Teller's still there, and all of this. She had Sherri Shepherd banned. And let's listen to this interview. This was with, it's been about 7 months ago that Sherri did this interview with Bevy Smith. So let's listen to this.
ABC News has been put on blast.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Fedita, who was in charge of diversity and inclusion, Senior Vice President of Talent, Editorial Strategy, and Business Affairs, has been put on administrative leave because she has been using derogatory and racist comments about on-air host, including Sunny Halston of The View, of which you used to be a part of it. She called her low rent. She said that Robin Roberts wasn't picking cotton. So, I mean, what are your thoughts? When you were there, did you deal with this woman, and did you feel like you faced any racism?
Yes and yes. So, you notice I haven't been on The View for probably about 3 years, and there's a reason for that. That I haven't been welcomed at a place that I called home for a long time. And
why is that?
Head of that.
Wow.
You know, it's so I got to get it together with Simone Beverly, to be honest, because I have so many emotions about that. A place that I call home that I'm no longer allowed to be at. And so I have had personal dealings with Miss Fedita and strong feelings, and you know, everybody gets karma's a bitch, ain't it?
It really is.
It really is. You know, when you do wrong to people, it does come back and bite you in the butt. And her comeuppance now, and it's something I can't talk about it right now because I really I have to get my thoughts together. About this woman and what was done to me. But I think it's you know, the fact that she said that about Sunny, the fact that she said that about Robin Roberts, you know, two beautiful women who are so accomplished in their own right. Low rent, really? Low rent? Thinking cotton?
Yeah. This
is what you put alongside. Am I surprised? Absolutely not. So that's all I'll say on it. And you know, chickens come home to roost.
Yes, they do.
This is when you face the people when they go, "What can I do?" Call that bull out, because that is being said around not us and not people who look like us, but they're saying it around you. And it wouldn't have gotten this far if people didn't step up and go, "Hey, Because Robin Roberts here didn't know that she said it about her. Sunny didn't know, but you did. And I'm glad it's coming out, but when you say, what can I do? Say, why aren't there black segment producers over here? Why aren't there black people running stuff? Where are the people of color, the brown faces that should be in this room with a woman like that? To say, wait a minute, excuse me? She wouldn't have said it if there were other brown faces in that room. That's the power behind the camera.
Yeah, and she had been written up a lot, and yet still they made her the head of diversity. She had been written up for racist comments before, and they still made her the head of diversity.
You got a person who's making racist comments, and they're the head of diversity. What kind of irony is that? But if there are brown people behind the scenes, that's what we need you to be fighting. Not sending me flowery, colorful poems about how beautiful I am in my brown skin. I'm sorry. Fight for that kind of stuff so that we don't have... Because we've been screaming racism. You got a woman who signed an NDA because she got a settlement. She can't even say nothing. I didn't sign an NDA. I just got to get my damn thoughts together.
I know that's right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't sign the NDA. So get your thoughts together and then come back on Revelations and we'll have another chat about it.
Okay, my sister. Absolutely.
Alrighty, that was the interview again about 7 months ago that Sherri Shepherd did with Bevy Smith on her podcast, where she talked about Bevy was talking about how Barbara Farida was under investigation for the racial slurs remarks that she had made about prominent people, again, like Robin Roberts, Sunny Halston. It also was stated, Michael Strahan. And as Sherri said, karma is Meghan McCain is also going to get what's coming to her. Karma will pay her a visit as well, because like Sherri said, you can't do wrong to people and think it's okay. You can't do wrong to people and really just think you're going to get away with it. It may take time, as it did with this lady, Barbara Ferrito, and I may be mispronouncing her last name, and that is not intentionally. But again, you can't just do people any kind of way and think that it's okay. You can't be a racist. And as they say, this woman had been known to have made racial slurs before. As I heard Bevy say, she had been written up. But yet she was the top executive to be over diversity. As Sherri said, people of color. What is the irony of that? What is the irony of that? And then you got people like Meghan McCain go to her and say, I don't want this woman, Sherri Shepherd, and this woman happens to be a black woman, same as she did with Tara. I don't want them on The View. And she honors that request. That is racism. And Meghan McCain is a racist. Call it for what it is. But I want to say kudos. I have much respect. I admire Sherri Shepherd all the more. Very, very brilliant, talented woman. She and Bevy Smith, along with Sonny Hostin and so many other Robin Roberts, people of color. And yet you got somebody like Meghan McCain has been given a platform, and she had just simply been given her platform, not earned it. Where these women has had to work their butt off and continues to have to work their butt off to remain and keep that platform that they've been given, that they have worked for. Where Meghan McCain just shows up because she's John McCain's daughter and she's given it and has not earned it. She's been allowed to be rude, disrespectful. Again, throwing rocks and hiding her hands, being a very contriving woman, but don't want that to be known, but is known. So you're not getting away. Woe unto you. I'll leave it with that. Woe unto you, Meghan McCain. Because if you got any type of sense, you can see what's happening to your little circle. Like I say, Barbara has been let go of. Hillary's no longer there. James Ghostin is leaving the end of March. It's been stated she's losing that little cushion. But this is about Sherri Shepherd. Sherri, I want to say to you, from one black woman to another, I'm proud of you. Especially how you handled and conducted yourself on this interview that you recently had last week, Monday, February the 15th, 2021, when you were back on The View and you hadn't been since 2018, all because of Meghan McCain. Kudos to you, my sister. And continue to be the bigger and better person. You are loved by those co-hosts, Whoopi, Joy, Sonny, Sarah, and Anna. And also, I'm sure, the people behind the scene, the makeup artists like Karen and others. You are loved. You are respected. There's a difference. Meghan McCain has none of those attributes. She's simply there because she was given this job, because she's John McCain's daughter. She hasn't earned it. And we all can see, although they try and hide it, those women, especially Joy and Sonny either, because there was just last year, Sonny wasn't even looking at her, wasn't really holding a conversation. It had been stated that Sarah left because of how rude and mean Meghan was, because Sarah has a bubbly personality. She, as you can see, basically, I think Sarah can get along with anyone. But Meghan McCain is a mean, snotty, rude person. She only cares about herself. She has no respect for anyone. So kudos to you, Sherri. You keep shining. Because when God is for you, as you already know and can see, it doesn't matter who's against you or who plots against you. For the word said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Keep shining bright, my sister. Sherri Shepherd, we are proud of you. I am LaMarsha Lewis, and this is my commentary. Thank you.